Hey guys, Emil from Restless here. So today I'll give you a very quickly demo of how to get started with Restless. We will go through the sign up together. I'll show you around in the system, uh, show you the basic features as well as how it looks from the customer perspective when they try to book a table at your restaurant. So let's get started. So first off, here on the sign up flow, you'll put in your name, information, mm, and then your email, and we'll say next. So in here, you can do two things. You can actually like find your restaurant directly from Google if you search for the name here, or you can add it manually. So for now, we just do this manually. We'll say Hummus House is my account name here, and we'll put a number. The email is the same. But yes, we own and manage this restaurant. You put in the information, then we put in the opening hours here. We can edit them directly here, and this is also possible to edit later on. The same goes for the tables. Here, this looks fine. We can add two more tables quickly. And then change a few of these. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, like that. And here we can then select a plan if we want to commit to that already, or we can just select the free plan for now. Now we're ready. You can see here there's a booking link directly. We'll get to that, or you can show the widget code here if you want to copy it into the website. So here we are on the dashboard. The first thing here I want to show you is the two links or buttons out here to the right. We have the booking page and the booking widget. That's the two ways that you can implement the setup on your website. So if you click on the booking page, you'll be able to see here how the booking page will look like. You'll get your own link. And this is what the guest will go through. You can customize a lot of stuff here, both the design, the colors, the image here to the right. And you can see how it looks like when the guest will go through it. You'll click through the dates here based on your opening hours and so on, and be able to put in the information. This is the booking link. You can also take the code snippet, and integrate it into your website directly. Then when we look here at the dashboard, there are two main things the system needs to know to be able to help you manage the reservations. The first thing is, if we go to the settings, is the opening hours. We looked at them very quickly on the onboarding flow, but in here we have a lot of extra features and advanced options we can add. So one thing is the opening times from 11 to 10 here in the evening. But if we open them up, we can also set, give it a title and note. You can add a wait list, settings, limits. If you want to have like a certain amount of limit flow per interval, you can do that. We can add payments and even custom fields to the opening hours for the booking flow. So there's a lot of extra functionality here. It's also possible to set up special opening hours where you can go in and say you have a special opening date or closed date range. So, for example, if you have holidays where you're closed or you have a special event, sometimes you can do that as well. The next thing the system needs to know, if we go back here to the settings, is the tables. The tables is very important because that's what we calculate all the availability from. So we can show the guest if there's a table available or not and what times and so on. So in the tables here section, you can first of all create your area. We have a standard area called restaurant, but you can create multiple areas and so on. In each area, you can create the tables. You can set the table settings in terms of how many what is the minimum and maximum pack size. You can also set priority, and priority means if the system should prioritize to book this table before another table. Overall, the system always tries to book the best fitting table according to the booking size, and it will never overbook a table. So if there's only available table for 2 persons and a booking of 4 tries to book, it's not possible. So it'll never be overbooked. Then the next thing I want to mention is you can do combinations of tables. So if you have 2 tables that can be combined for a bigger group, you can go in here and add that as well. And the last thing for the tables are the floor plan. So in here you can go in and create a visual floor plan. So you can go in, you have the floor plan here, it's empty for the beginning, you can select your tables out here to the right, and then you can actually start drag them around here and set them up. both the tables. You can put in, circle round ones as well, and you can even go in and add shapes to this. So this is another thing I just wanted to quickly show you. Then we'll just save it. That's the main settings. When we have the main settings up and running, the next thing is actually start to get bookings. You do that as we talked about earlier on the booking flow, link it to your social profiles, put it up on your website, and so on. So that's how to start getting bookings. When you get bookings in, we have these 3 different views here. We have the calendar, the schedule, and the list view, and the floor plan, actually 4 views. So the calendar is just a very quick glimpse of the calendar and what days are open, and if there's any bookings, there would be data here. So if we look here at the schedule view, you can see again, we have a timeline up in the top, we have your area, and the tables down here. Then this is an empty view right now. If I just click on a certain table at a certain time, it will actually like put in the information here, and I can start adding my first booking. Boom. That's how easy it is. Now I have my first booking in here, and bookings that come in online will automatically appear on this view. Then you have the booking. As you saw, you can put in your email, phone number, the status, the source of the booking, where did it come from. You can even have direct message and direct communication with the guest here. Then there's also very easy quickly here to set a status. So when the guest arrived, you can do that and the color will change. So it's easy for you and the staff to always figure out what is the status of the different bookings that are in the system. You can also move around by just drag and dropping. So if for some reason you want to move a table to another or booking to another table, that's possible. You can even block out here. I can do shift and then just drag and drop here. I can actually block out a table here for this period, so no bookings will come in. Just another small shortcut here to control the bookings and your table setup even better. Then we have the list view, kind of the same data, just structured another way. One thing that's also quite cool with the list is we can also print that out. So up here in the top right corner, you can actually print it, both print for the whole day, but you can also print signs for the certain tables. If you want to put like a small reservation sign, you can do that. Lastly, we have the floor plan. As we saw before, we saw that I created the tables here on the floor plan, and now we have it here. And then we have the timeline up front here, where you can actually click on the time to see what are the status of the bookings or the tables at that point. So at 10:45 here, all the tables are available. That's why they're green. If we click to 2 o'clock here, you can actually see the 103 changes color. And that's because we have an upcoming booking soon, so you cannot have a full booking before the next booking coming in with the current duration rules. You can always go in and make a shorter booking at that time, but it's just so it makes you aware of that, so you don't make double bookings. And you can also have a list out here on the right where you can see all the bookings. Yeah, so that's how you get bookings, how you set up the base information with the opening hours and the tables, and then how you actually see and manage the bookings when they get into the system here on the different views based on your on what you like most to work with. Then we also have a customer database that will automatically pull in all the customer data. So you can see how many times did this guest book earlier. Or you can put tags if it's a friend of the house, stuff like that. So it will show up next time they're booked. Lastly, we have a report section that can show in, what they are busy, from what sources are they getting in, and so on. Then we have settings and add-ons here. So what I just showed you was the very minimum setup. We have a ton of extra features. We have custom design, so you can design your booking flow in your brand colors with different fonts and stuff like that. We have a waitlist feature you can add. If you have multiple locations, you can connect them. We have SMS reminders, feedback add-ons, and most importantly, you can take payments, experiences, and we can also integrate into other systems like Reserve with Google, so guests can book directly from your Google profile or from your Facebook and Instagram, and so on. So there's a lot of extra add-ons that can bring or can add more value to your account. Yeah, but that's basically how easy it is to get started and to start taking booking with Resos. So yeah, please give it a try, and if there's any questions, please reach out to hi@resos.com, and we're more than happy to help you out. So yeah, that's it. Have a great day.